Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Ronnie today, coming to you with just sitting down here at my favorite place, just doing a little thinking. Figured I'd make a little video, talk about a few different little things, and I'm in a little different area. I'm on the bay side today. Usually, I'm on the ocean side in the cove. This is like a little cove over here. We got a Sandy Neck Beach, little village of homes, and there's a little lighthouse over there. I actually don't even know if people go out to those homes very much. Because I know there's like some bird and it's like endangered and yada 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 that they have every year. But anyway, get into some other things. Anyway, so I know a lot of people have asked like for help from certain things in eBay, and earlier today that stimulus package was passed. I guess we're all supposed to be getting a check or something, or some of us will. I don't know how that all plays out. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, who cares? Technically, in a way. It's not going to really affect me. It's grocery money if it does come in, I guess. Um, be nice. I mean, shit, anybody take some extra needed money whenever possible. But it'll be interesting, to say the least. But I did see eBay. They did give out some messages. Should have got this in your messages probably 2 or 3 days ago. And they're giving out 50,000 free listings. So you just have to activate that. Should be in everybody, I believe, got it. So for the next 2 months, I believe, March and April. I don't know who's going to be listing that much. So I can't even find that much inventory. Can't find it. So did have some stuff come in today that I was very happy with, and I should be getting some more stuff. So always fun paying up for stuff, but gotta do what you gotta do, and it's good stuff. And I did see eBay was willing to defer eBay fees and stuff that are gonna be due here. I don't know how that works, I really don't, but that should have been in the announcements, and I believe they gave people messages on that one too. So check in your eBay messages and go look for messages. It's very hard to miss the messages, because I know I do occasionally. But I'll be paying mine. I that's one thing I wouldn't want to defer, just because you're gonna have to pay it at one time, and I don't know how the hell that would work. But in general too, like a lot of people are having hard times. I know our eBay sales are down probably got to be close to 60%, I would say 65%. It's been slow for 2 weeks. Really have had one really good day outside of the rest. So it's been interesting. And I think it all depends on what you're selling to. A lot of people are selling different things. So what my eBay store is kind of built for, with selling suits and sport coats and higher end men's clothing, like dress wear and shit like that. It's been a slow go. This is supposed to be my fast time, and other sellers that are that sell the similar stuff to I are having the same similar issues. So I'm not. I see some people, they're doing good, but I think it all depends on what you're selling. And then with that being said, maybe people are having a hard time with things. Just know that my wife's car company actually called her the other day and asked her if she wanted to defer her payments for the next 2 months. I thought it was kind of cool that they were actually calling you instead of you calling them. And we may do it just because it's one less thing I got to take care of. I don't know how long this craziness can limp on into, and it's going to limp on into the slower part of the season for some of us eBay sellers. So I know our clothing sellers usually have a harder time in the summer. Sales do dip off, but a lot of hard goods sellers and stuff like that, the sales do not dip off. And I think there's a big misconception over that. Everybody talks about the summer slowdown. It's for clothing sellers. That really doesn't go into any other sellers for the most part. Other sellers usually are doing fairly still pretty good. You know, everything's been fine. I mean, you could do that with credit cards, car loans. Most banks, I think, would work with you, especially this time of year. Hey, I'm self-employed. You know, I may do it with my own truck loan, but I'm actually paid up till May, I think. So I can't even do anything at this moment on my own vehicle. But, you know, mortgages is another thing. So, like in our apartment in the Dominican Republic, we're trying to rent it. But they're under like some curfew and everything because of this bullshit. So I don't know how well we're coming up. We're supposed to have some little minor things finished up in the apartment that I sent some money down last month for, like a hot water heater and some other things that wasn't part of the the build and everything. And I don't know if they're getting done. I don't know if we could find anybody because they have a curfew. I think it's only like 7 to 7. And if you're out, they put your ass in jail for like 24 hours. So it's kind of interesting. It's gonna hurt the Dominican Republic for sure. The longer that stays down there, and they run into an issue because a lot of people, I guess, are not taking it seriously. So a lot of the God, I hate to use this word, but like, the poorer people, they're having a hard time. In general, I mean, you tell somebody that's barely getting by to stay home and not work, they're going to find a way to make money and go out there and do something. I mean, nothing's going to stop them. Who's putting money on their table? I doubt they're getting any stimulus checks or anything like that. I don't even know if other countries are doing that kind of thing, or is that just an American thing? But, if you hear, like, we're going to try to rent it, save ourselves that $500 and something every month. So we don't have to, anything that's, I guess, like, to help some pressure on things, You have money saved up, but you don't want to blow through it either. You know what I mean? I hope nobody starts some GoFundMes or anything like that. But so take advantage of those if you have them, your bank, and call ahead, call when the payment's due. I would say, before you write that check, call them, say, hey, I'm having a hard time. See if you can get it deferred. I mean, it might cost you a little bit more extra interest in the end, but if it helps you out, so be it. Don't be, yeah, I'm going to do a show tomorrow night, 9:00, Thursday night. So, Eastern time. So come on, join me. I'm going to have a guest on. We're going to interview a guest. Talk about more tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Always something new. I've been wanting to do shows for a while again, but I don't know. I'm not a do a show by myself kind of guy, I miss my sidekick and Chad, and I missed the show we did with Pete and Chad, and we had the different shows, and I really miss it. It's one thing I really enjoy doing, and I really enjoyed talking to people that watch our channels every week and stuff like that. A lot of good friends I've made off of YouTube. Some of my best friends now in life are people I've met off of YouTube. For as crazy it's been. A lot of people asked me in my last video what I use for stocks. We have a 401k plan that is kind of a long term hold. That one took a beating on a little bit, not much though. But one that I use for like buying and selling right now, and it's pretty easy, and it's also very easy to get into, easy to use. It's a phone based, you could use it on your phone or desktop. It's the Robinhood app, and I actually liked it. I never used it really before I downloaded it. I heard people talk about it and just, I think I might even deleted it off my phone. Then I, reopened it to play with it and see. And I'm actually enjoying it. You got to sign up and do a few things. It might take you like 10 minutes, but if you're interested in, even if you're just interested in figuring out a little bit about stocks, the last few days, the stocks, everybody knows the stock market took like a third drop over the last month, probably in the last 2 days, 3 days, probably 3 days. It's been on the uptick pretty well. I think yesterday it was up like, 2,000. So it was like, that's like 20%. And then today it was up about 500 when I left the house. We've had some really good luck the last few days, so it's actually been pretty good. But long way to not getting rich off of this. Just long term, I'm hoping the money I put in there, I don't need anytime soon, or I'm gonna have to freaking pull it out. So we'll see what happens. But just want you guys know all is well. Hope everybody else is doing well. Hope you guys come out and join me tomorrow night for a guest that we're gonna have on. And I think you're gonna like their channel. Really cool channel. 2 really good people. And we'll talk about it tomorrow. But see you guys later. Have a good day. Stay safe, everybody. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.